Hello. Okay, so I just want to get on with finishing the light today, hopefully. I've moved the microphone closer as well, so hopefully you can hear me better. But yeah, I'm going to model this clip and these clamps and these light bulbs and the sockets for them to go into. I'm going to reuse these cables from before and add in these details for this cap, these end caps, and kind of, get all this connected together. I have these Blender files also, so I'm going to reuse this. But I'm not going to use that. I'm going to replace that. And this is just another reference for the structures. I'm gonna line up the clamps to these tiles so the spacing is right, so in uni I can just put it in position. The shadows are going all weird again. No, it's not the shadows. Cavity, yeah. Doesn't matter. So yeah, I'm just gonna get on with the modeling. So what I want to do is add a kind of groove for this to slot into. And this can stay flat. So I'm thinking this part can just go flat against here, but this one can slot into here because this is being held by this anyway. Like, you probably slide it out like this. So I just need something to hold that because that's holding that. Where's my peer? So just make this bendy piece of metal first. Should be easy. That's a better reference. I'm guessing this screw holds this cable in place. And you can probably adjust the height with it. But we're not bothered too much about that. So need some bendy metal. And I think I'll append what's this one called? Hanging ceiling parts. Of course. Just need this ceiling clip. Temple. Yeah. It's been a while since I've used these models. But I just need it as a reference at the moment. That just needs to go through that like that. So I'm just going to build this clip here. It's hard to see, but I think it's just a thin piece of metal that's been bent. So I'm just going to use a mirror modifier. Might as well put solidify modifier on it. I don't know, 1 millimeter, maybe 2. See how it goes. Just gonna disable them for now. For the snapping, hide these because I don't need them. Snap to that. Extrude. On the Z. And I think I will shear this. Minus 0.1. And that's the basics. Maybe 1mm again. Nah, that's too small. Put 2mm before, no. Looks weird, like a massive difference. Yeah, that's better. And do another shear. Now is a good time to make sure everything is correct. I don't think that shear is right. It's better if it goes inwards. Yeah. Something like that. Maybe not so much. Bit tall. Yeah. Now I can shape it a little better. That was the mistake I had last time. I applied the solidify modifier and then forgot to delete that face with the mirror. Actually, shouldn't mess with that because, yeah. No, I can. Mm-hmm. There's a neat trick there for you if you didn't know. Oops. Use to sphere, tap one, simple. Just making sure it's not affecting the bubbles. Yeah, there we go. And get that hole now to be correct size approximately. Just scale that. Not on the X though. 0.5 looks good. Cool. So now we are done with that. Now we need to position these. So I would say Mm-hmm. Cool. I have this little clamp now. If anything, I'd say it's a bit thick, but I can adjust that later. So I have this. What else do I want? I could extrude something like this out for a bit of decoration. Ah, yeah, the bulbs. And a wire for the power. I have some good references here, look. The cable. Comes out the same hole as what this chain's connected to. And it seems to plug into one side to power the lights. So I can create a hole on one of the sides, which means I'm going to need to apply that and separate. So I have two different objects. But before I do that, I want to add those extra details first on these caps before I do that. I'll do that afterwards. Oh yeah, I want to add these clamps as well. Something like this. Got a nice view here with the spring. And I think this might be for the cable, the power cable. So I want to find a way that this will look good. Perhaps I could do something like that. Just clean that up, obviously. So basically I'm just moving that joint, that corner bit, that corner there. Get rid of that bevel there. Put it here instead. Get rid of this. Don't need that there. Could even because this is an end on as well. No, it's not. But I could probably get rid of this. Even slide that. Probably even get rid of that. Just try to find something that looks nice and follows this curvature first, and then I will clean it up. Yeah, that looks nice. a nice easy way I like to clean up or like straighten edges like this. Just press J like that, then put auto merge on and just slide everything into it. I'm sure there's add-ons and things that do a better job, but that's just how I do it. Trouble is, which ones? Yeah. That's just because they're so close together. Because last time I was trying to match the geometry. Scale to the active element, straighten it out. Cool. So what I could do is have this shape go around approximately, not exact but similar, and then I can extrude that and slot it into there. Like that kind of thing. Going all the way around. Put that there, put this here. Good. Make a quad there, and a quad there, and then we'll have a quad there. What am I doing? Topology can be annoying sometimes. But I don't need it to go all the way down here actually. I could probably do something like this. Don't think that needs to be there in particular, so let's slip that down there. Do you know what? I think it's going to be easy just to because this is just getting in my way. I can't even see anything. This is all I really need. I need this to match up with that. But I don't need to do every nook and cranny. I don't need to do this. The idea is I'm going to extrude that in like that, but all the way around. So I just need this geometry to follow that first, and then I can clean it up after. This is in the way as well. Hide that. Then I know what I have to work with. Sort that out later. I just want to get this to actually follow where I need it to go first. That can go there and that. Oh, wait a second. Need to make sure I'm not moving it on the y-axis as well when I'm doing that. Even though I can fix it later, it's not really a problem, but best not to make yourself more work if you can help it. By rights, this should probably be on this side. Move that quite far up there. Might be easier just to join that like that. Then I have that. Then I need a line that's thick enough to encompass this as well. Just make another loop here. Something like that. Then I can just join that down there like that. And then all this other stuff. Slide that there. Slide that there. Move this down. And then this, I don't know. Get that. They're all quads. They will be quads as well. You can actually join them like that. Just making sure everything's correctly lined up. Topology can be very annoying sometimes. Yeah. Want a quad there like that. This is a quad, this is a quad, this is a quad, these are all quads. Just this here. So I can either split that and go through there. And then that just leaves this triangle, so I can probably just slide that up. I'm gonna have a very weird quad. Or the alternative is to split through here. Like bevel this. Yeah, this is ugly topology right now. I don't know what I'm doing at the moment, to be honest. I don't even know why that's there either. It's made a weird triangle because of the bevel. So you'd have to go all the way through the other side. Yeah, I'm not liking this topology right here. Technically it's all quads, but it's just really ugly. You got a flow going that way, flow going that way. This weird thing here. This is not nice. I'll come back to it in a second. I want to just just want to extrude this stuff first. But even this is not right. It's a triangle there, that's why. That makes sense. It should be easy fix. Just do that. Now I should be able to select that. That's all of that. Just extrude that inwards. Might go about halfway with that. Edge center. Cool. No, I don't need that. I can clean this up. I want to keep the selection. I want that to slot into there. So just match them up. Fix the artifacts later. This always takes the longest, messing around with topology. So it slots into there now like that. It's pretty cool. Bit like that on both sides as well. So now I just need to clean this up, I think. So it would be nice if these two just float around into here. And also, I think I messed that up, so I'm just going to put that back to the way it was. Or maybe this can go this way instead. We can terminate that there like that. That's better. Maybe do something similar here as well. But I need to guide this somewhere. So do that. I'm thinking about this as well because of this pinching. A little bit of pinching here. So I'm thinking maybe do a similar thing, like, you know, get these to do that, but to do that I'd have to have something else coming up here and like around here like this to do that. As for this could probably do that, but I still have a triangle here. Do this. I hate topology sometimes. So close as well. Just need to do this one little thing. Don't like that curvature either. So, to be fair, if I just did that, that would probably fix that, but I don't know. Don't know if I like that or not. What happened there? Why do I have duplicates there? They are all quads though. It does work. Anyway, this is just for the high poly to bake, but I can't have pinching like this. Let's have, yeah, level 1, level 2. Yeah, to fix that, I'm probably going to have to make that go up that way like this. So I'll just get rid of that for now, so I can see what I'm doing. Basically, if I just kind of go like this, and then join that. That's that part. We have a triangle, but we probably can just slide that down. That's that. Nice and simple. I should have got rid of that pinching. Yep. Nice. There's a little bit inside here, maybe. No, actually. No, it's alright. But no one will see in there anyway, most likely, so. This is just in case if it falls on the floor in the scene, or like if I put it on the floor and it's broken apart. Just nice to have these little details sometimes. So anyway, now that slots into there like that, and this slides into here. So that's holding that, and that's holding that. Just make sure I didn't mess up the shape of it. Because I think I could Just give that a bit more curvature like this. Check the front as well. Yeah, I think this is good for a high poly. Took longer than I thought. But anyway. So we've got this now. This goes into here. I want to add these details, these clamps, and the lights, the light bulbs. The light bulbs are straightforward anyway, just cylinders. That should be easy. These kind of details I'll probably just do with the normal maps. Same for this kind of stuff. They'll be normal mapped in, if I have anything like that. So because of the way I've done it, I don't actually need the clamps, because it slides in anyway, which is probably how this is designed. So I probably don't need to do the clamps actually, because they slide in like that, so I don't really need them. So I'll skip the clamps. And I can just model this external detail on the clamps. Put a hole for the cable on one side. Like I say, I want to be completely finished with the clamps before I add that. That's just going to be one modification on one side. So first I want to add whatever these kind of details first. And even for the light bulbs to slot into them, because these are going to slot into the caps on both sides. Yeah, I think I'll just do the light bulbs now because they're more like a bigger detail to do. If I do the light bulbs in the sockets first, then I can maybe finish off the caps and add the cable last. I'm going to take a 5-minute break just to stretch my legs. Okay. I just realised that actually I don't need to line these up because of the groove goes all the way. I can just adjust this in Unity, which is a bonus. Don't have to worry about that. So next I'm gonna model the light bulbs and the sockets and the cable, and that's probably it for the light model. Then I can actually put it into Unity and play around with the materials and things. And if you're watching live, say hi in the chat. Because when I checked the analytics, it said there were more people watching than it actually says during the stream. So if you are watching live anyway, just say hi. And if you have any suggestions as well to make the stream better, let me know in the comments or in the chat. I'm open to suggestions. I know I'm probably not the best host because this is new to me. I'm not used to streaming. So I'm trying. Yeah, let's get these light bulbs modelled. I'd like to finish this today so I can move on. On the next stream. Is there any measurements for the lights in here? Oh, it says 1,500. That's great. Dimensions Y 1,500 millimeters. Sorry. I think this is a diameter. 26. Let's see. 26 millimeter. Copy that. Just duplicate it for a second. Actually, I can just mirror modify again. It's a lot easier. No clipping or merging. On the y-axis. because I need to apply the location to do that. Move it in edit mode. So, don't know, actually, that looks pretty reasonable. I cut it in half as well, so I don't have to model that side as well. So I will actually put clipping on. It's better. But I'm not sure about these dimensions. I might make it smaller because these are for this light, and this light looks chunkier than this light. This one's got this slope, and I imagine the light's probably lower down actually. So actually that might be the right size. Get the thing. They could go further down like this. Just hide that. Might be easier. Turn that modifier back on. Yeah, there's more space now like this. Just find a nice spot. Something like this. Cool. So now I just need to get for now I will probably just make it the same length as that. Because I still need to model those parts. And I'm not going to bother modeling whatever's inside this tube because you can't see through it anyway. And when it's turned on, it's going to be emitting, so you won't see like any coiled wires or anything like that. So I'll probably submesh this. Possibly. Or it could just be in one material. We'll see. I'll duplicate that, separate it to its own object. And I think I'll just extrude it. Unhide this. Yeah. Actually, I need to move this back a bit. 0.01. Move all this 0.01. It's still lined up nicely. And I want this to plug into this. So I might just snap it to the center. hide that. Disable this because it makes snapping easier. Yep, there we go. Now, judging by that, this distance, I don't think it has exact measurements for that. This is different anyway. So I'll just move this till it looks right. Maybe another 0.1, 0.01. Do the same for that. Cool. And then can just extrude that in just a little bit. Yeah, true. I want that more to be like this. I might move that a bit more as well, because it don't look proportionally as nice. And then extrude that and line that up with the center. And then just merge all that in the center. Turn these into quads. Nice simple way, just select them, press Ctrl X, gone. Nice and simple. And I'm going to add solidify modifier, but not that much. 1mm, yeah, probably. Shade smooth. Bevel again. And 2 segments. Weight. Just turn cavities off just to see what effect it has. I mean, these bevels are so small it might not even get picked up anyway. We can just put subsurf level 1 for now. Put subsurf level 1 on that too. And even thickness. I'll probably put them outwards. We can just put them a little bit further in. That's interesting. Mm-hmm. Yep. That's correct. I have an issue here, look, as well. Same problem as before. Don't want those faces. No, that'll work nice. It's a bit difficult using the keyboard now with the microphone in the way. I would probably better as well streaming later in the day, because I'm streaming at 12 o'clock in the afternoon at the moment, and everyone's probably at work. So I would like to stream later, but my schedule doesn't allow it. Maybe eventually. Anyway, that was nice and simple. So I can just do these prongs now, sticking out of them. And I don't have to create holes for this to do that, because all the curvature is on the actual prong. So I can just create the illusion that it's going through because of that, just with a bevel. So that should be simple. Just another cylinder. So I just duplicate that, separate, just disable that for now so I can move it, scale it way down. And I definitely do not need a subsurf modifier for that. So just press E to extrude, M to merge at center, Do the same for this. E, M at center. Front view, 2 for edge selection. Just box select these. Press Ctrl X. Simple. Hide them again for a second so I can snap this. Something like that. Ah, yeah, probably because of the solidify. Although that shouldn't really be a problem unless it's curved. Never mind. Yeah, let's get that in position. Something like that. I'm going to put the cursor to this geometry. In fact, just to this vertex. I'll set his geometry to the 3D cursor. Disable the Y. And then I'll duplicate this. But this time I will reference this. No, I only have to deal with one. So, Alt S, yeah, that's not good. Scale, Shift Y. Make it a bit skinnier. A bit shorter. Something like that. Just select that boundary. Bevel it. Yeah. 0.005. 0.0005. Then we can just something like that. And then bevel again. Yeah, this is quite. I'll do this one first. Give it a bit more space to compensate for this bevel, because I'm going to do that. Merge. And then I will bevel again. Something like that. Quite small. Again, this is for the high poly. This will be baked. And that's if those details can be captured. we'll see. I want to do these all at the same time. So as long as this is close enough and it's not floating like it is, but that's, I'll just move it manually. So it's just touching. I still want to see that bevel. Cool. Now it's going all the way through. But I can always add more thickness to this. And also get my reference back. Because I think I came out of this earlier as well. Made it not selectable now. But yeah, I've kind of... I mean, it doesn't matter because it's just a rough guide anyway. It can be... So I can delete this now anyway. Don't need that collection no more. Yeah. Ah, that's why. I need to move this back still. I've moved that, but like this needs to be flat with this. So just move that so it's like this. It is also not flat, which is not good, but I'll fix that. That's the solidify modifier, I might have to apply it. Might be what the even thickness is doing now actually. So it looks a bit straighter when it's off. Yeah. So I can disable that. Select this. Move these. It's still going through, but this is why I didn't want to apply the mirror modifier yet, because it'll be doing the same on the other side, so we can just make this a bit thicker. Maybe not that much. Something like that. So now need to add some sockets for this to go into. So now I need to cut some holes into this so that they can plug into it. But I don't need this, I don't need this at the moment. And these are just extra details, like just in case if I want to later on damage the lights, put them, like scatter them along or around on the floor or whatever. I can have like the end cap broken off or the bulb falling out. Little components like that. But yeah, if I now just cut this hole into here, then I can apply the mirror modifier. And make a hole for the cable to go into the other side. So hopefully I can just do that now, and that's it for this model. Let's put this over here. Don't know why I'm messing around with that. So probably could just duplicate that like before, and then I can hide all this stuff and just focus on this. Disable the mirror modifier now. Or even actually, yeah, I don't need it. Don't need the solidify, don't need the bevel, because it's just a template. Get rid of that, move it back a little bit. Because I want to integrate this into this mesh, and it's already got its own modifier, so I don't need to worry about that. So I could just join this and move it to go there, and then figure out how to connect this stuff up. So I can just turn this into some faces first. Into the center like that. Same as before. get rid of. No, not yet. Never mind. Deal with that soon. So I could make this a face. I could move this up. That could be going through there like that. Delete those faces. I want that edge though. Delete that. So I'm going to face that up, face that up. Put a loop through here. Doesn't affect anything down there. Face that up. And that. You just extrude that. Merge that to there. Extrude that. Put that there. Take these. Put that there. Put that there. Straighten that up again later. Or even just do it now. Do that. Nice and easy. Something like that. So I need something here as well, maybe. No. Where's it going? Sometimes I like to just do that as well because it's easier. I can figure it out later. Oh my god, I just realised I hadn't been recording my screen the whole time. Oh well. What can you do? I like having this loop here. But if I do this, maybe I can do this all the way around, hopefully. Then I only have this to deal with. Nope. It's interesting. But I could delete this face, pull this over here, and then get rid of that, like that. And it will need cleaning at the front. Oh gosh, I can't believe I didn't record all that. Anyway, so because I didn't record all that, just a recap. Basically, I'm now adding in this for the bulbs. Just model these bulbs with the prongs. The connector kind of thing, and the actual bulb itself. Like that. And now I'm just making this so that that can go into that. I can't believe that I didn't record that. But what's done is done. Anyway, I'm just doing this now. I can extrude this however far. Don't know why it's not all smooth. Shade smooth. Hide all that for now. Check that there. Yeah, I thought so. Get that there like that. Some extra geometry there I don't need for some reason. Let me fix that. But first, get rid of all this first. Bevels. It's better. It's hard to see because it hides, somehow hides it. Do I have a triangle there as well? What's wrong with me? Triangle gone. No, that's going to be weird. Thought I fixed this earlier. I can subdivide that and Get that to line up with this. Might not let me join. I did. There we go. Lovely. That's sort of fixed. I've got an end gun here thing now. Join that, slide that down. Now, where can I put this? Because it might be good to put it this way. And then we can get rid of this triangle. So I could slide this down and get rid of that. Nice. Nice and easy. Still got this to get rid of. But that socket is pretty much ready. Where is this? Yeah, that's what's weird, is this loop is not lining up with that. Ideally that should go straight through like that. Then this can go around and connect to this. This should be connected to that. Maybe. Just gonna hide this for now. But yeah, once this is done, well, it's pretty much almost time to end the stream anyway. So if I can fix this, we can be done for today. What I want is, I want this to be connected to this. So I just do that. Now that is connected to that. But we have a triangle we need to fix. And then I want this to be connected to this. So I suppose I can just go from here to here. Wrong button. And then I get rid of all of them. They're all quads now. So this should go all the way around. Yep. Then this, we get rid of these triangles, which I don't know what to do with that. Do the same thing, I guess. Shift this further over this way. Join all them. Then get rid of all that. Now that should go. Oh. Now that should go all the way around. Yep. That's one thing there. Now I have this triangle to get rid of. So do that, and then I can do that. Yep. Lovely. That looks correct. Keep pressing space by accident. Yeah, so topology should be good now. Save. Cool. Yeah, kind of pointless unless the bulb is being taken out. You're not going to notice this bevel. Very small bevel actually. See if we can make it more noticeable. Yeah, that's nicer, I think. Last thing to adjust. I want this to line up with that. So I'll hide that for a second. Do this. I want to just snap this somewhere on here. Yeah. Try everything good. Looks like these are floating again. I think that's because earlier I adjusted the solidify modifier. Okay, so I think I'll just go around now and just make sure everything's properly named. I should have called that light cover. Remember that from last time. Call it light cap. Looks like I've already called it cap. Anyway, this is going to be light clamp. Light casing, light cover, light clamp, light cap. This will be all one object anyway. But for now, light bulb, prongs, light bulb, connectors, And you don't need to do this. Like when I import into Unity, it will take this name, not this name. But I just like to copy it over anyway, just to make it easier in Blender to keep things organized. Light bulb. And while I'm here, check for UV data. Don't need that at the moment. Not like it matters. It's not like a big problem, but this will become a part of that other thing that I have in this other file. This thing here. I've got this separate as a separate object at the moment. And I will probably turn this into a billboard. Instead of having all that geometry. I mean, I can still have it, but I'll probably have an LOD with billboard effect because there's no need for that geometry unless you're really close up. And another optimization probably would be to just make variations of this, because less transforms is better as well for optimizing sometimes, for rendering even. So an optimization would be to join these, but duplicate this and reuse it for this, join it with this as a variant, or a variation of it. This is what I was saying with the roof before as well. At the moment this is one object, but I will be breaking this up. Probably like 9 by 9 like this for easier rendering. There's little bars here as well. These are in segments. So yeah, I'll probably separate that like that. I'm not going to do it now, but just showing example. I'll probably do something like this, and that'll make the rendering a bit better. So yeah, I think I'll leave it there for today. I hope I didn't lose too much footage, because I think really it was just the light bulb modeling that was missing actually. It's not a big deal, it's just a bunch of cylinders anyway, but I'll have to be careful with that next time. Anyway, yeah. So I think I'm done for today. Next time we will probably apply this modifier and add the cable and put this into Unity, see how it fits in Unity, adjust everything, and then I will probably move on, go back into Unity, and maybe do some lighting and things like that, adjust the lights. At the moment I'm putting, like I say, mid poly to high poly objects. It's a lot of geometry and you shouldn't do that, but I'm just doing it as placeholder so I have an idea of what it's going to look like. Like I say, at some point I am going to create LODs and unwrap and texture everything properly. But for now I'm just trying to just fill the scene enough in this main room, and then I'll do that process and get this main room to about 80% where it's textured and the lighting's good and the set dressing and all that. And then I'll probably then also go into, after I've rebaked the lighting and everything and fixed the lighting artifacts on the air conditioner. That might also be just because I didn't put enough texel density in the light map, or like the light map size for that object. I might have to bump that up a bit on that object. And then I'll probably model the till and the scanner and all that stuff as well first, and then I'll start the texturing and all that. But yeah, that's it for today, I think. I'm just checking the chat. I've been watching my stream on YouTube because I don't have a second monitor. So I'm watching everything same as everyone else, but it's very, very delayed. So I can't even tell if I switched my screen or not for a few seconds. But yeah, I won't be streaming for the next 2 weeks. So it'll be 3 weeks from now on Tuesday, the next time I'm on. But we'll finish this light and we'll put it into the scene and probably get on with just modelling some of the stuff for the counter. So until next time.